Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. Yes, I'm back. I've had a few days away, took a nice little break with the family, and while I've been away I've been watching a load of stuff, just chilling out. So there's going to be lots of reviews coming up in the next few days, but I also got an opportunity to go to the cinema and I've been to see the MEG, a movie that I've been greatly anticipating and very much looking forward to, and this is the movie based on the novel, and it stars Jason Statham. Now, like I say, this movie is one that I've been greatly anticipating. It did look a lot of fun. The trailers looked a lot of fun, but I had my doubts in regards to the lead, Jason Statham. I don't really have a problem with Jason Statham, but I'm not sure he was the right choice for the lead for this movie. And in case you don't know, what we get with this movie basically is we get an opening scene with Jason Statham with some kind of disaster that happens deep down at the bottom of the ocean where he has to leave some of his comrades behind. And then it fast forward and there's like this research station, and they are trying to dig down further into the ocean bed to see what's down there, and they're being funded by Rainn Wilson, who's this multi-billionaire. They've managed to crack through to this new unexplored area, but things don't go well and one of the team gets trapped down there. But they've got the time to head over to Asia to get Jason Statham on board, who's the only man apparently on Earth who can do a dive of that depth. So it was very much like Bruce Willis in Armageddon. You know, he's the only man that can drill up there on that asteroid, and Jason Statham's the only man that can go that depth in the world. So they head on over, they get him on board, he goes down, rescues everybody. However, they have released a megalodon shark upon the world. And this movie focuses on then Jason Statham and the whole team trying to deal with what they have unleashed, trying to track it, trying to kill it, and they get a bit of a surprise at some point in the movie, and I won't spoil that for you. And that's basically the movie in a nutshell. They unleash something they shouldn't have done, and then they spend the rest of the movie trying to sort out the problem they have unleashed upon the world, this huge megalodon shark. Now, is this movie good? Is the big question. Now, it depends on how you look at this movie. This movie has terrible dialogue. I mean, some cringe-worthy dialogue. It really does make you... It's poorly written in regards to the dialogue. It's chocked full of cliched characters that they haven't put a lot of attention in. So I don't think nowhere near enough attention has gone into the writing here for these characters and the dialogue. So I think it's poorly written. It's missing, in my opinion, a good soundtrack. Something... I think if you're going to try and do a movie like this, and it's always going to be compared to Jaws, try and give some kind of iconic soundtrack. There was moments in this movie that were supposed to be really tense, and there was no soundtrack at times, it felt. So I thought it was really missing a really good soundtrack for this movie. And I think at times it doesn't know if it wants to be a scary movie or a comedy or both. It has a little bit of an identity crisis here and there, and I think they needed to make the decision before they made this movie. Were they going to go hard R and really go for it in regards to a horror flick, or make it a more family friendly? And they kind of met somewhere in the middle, and I kind of think it harms the movie a little bit. It does more than a few nods to Jaws. There's a dog in it called Pippin near the end, and if you know your Jaws, you'll know what I mean by that dog's name. And yeah, I wasn't 100% sold on some of the characters in this movie. However, I am not going to lie here, guys. I had fun watching this movie. Could have been because I was away enjoying myself on holiday. I always enjoy a film more in a cinema. And I came away really having fun with this movie. There's some really fantastic set pieces in this movie. There's a couple of scenes in this movie that will get you out of your seat almost. Really impressive. standout scenes, and obviously I'm not going to ruin them for you. And it has some pretty tense moments in it, but I can see a lot of people are going to focus on the negatives in this movie, the terrible dialogue, some of the poorly used character in this movie. It's got a good cast, but I don't think they're particularly used well enough, all of them. You know, you like I said, and they're all, and the ones that do use are kind of cliched. You know, you've got your cliched bad guy, you've got, you know, your black sidekick, comedy sidekick guy. You've got your heroic lead, the Jason Statham. You've got the heroic female lead, who's the brains as well. They're all in here, basically, all the stereotypes. The Doctor, everybody, they all kind of fit in the nice little stereotypes and the nice little cliches. And I think they could have done with shaking that up a little bit and giving us something a little bit different. But if you want to go and watch a megalodon shark kicking ass and causing chaos and mayhem, you're probably going to have a bit of fun with this movie. It's not a bad movie. I think they made some fairly poor decisions when they made it, but I found it entertaining in parts, this movie, and a lot of fun to watch. So for me, it's a 7 out of 10, guys. I do think it's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but it's still a fun watch. So thank you very much for watching, everybody.